Hello friends, welcome to fattechsite.com, and this tutorial will take you through the installation and environment setup for quick start development for AngularJS 2. So this is basically the outline that we cover in this tutorial, which is the how we start quickly with AngularJS 2 environment setup, the installation process, and we will also write a simple hello world program in AngularJS 2. So to install AngularJS 2, we need to install Node.js and npm Node Package Manager. So we can install Node.js from nodejs.org, and we need to install the latest version of Node.js. So you can find the setup for Node.js from nodejs.org. Right. After that, we will need to install the Angular command line interface, for which we need to run npm command, which is npm install -g @angular/cli. This command will install the Angular command line interface globally into your machine. So now I'm just going to start with the installation process. So now I'm going to run the Angular CLI command. Okay.
So
Download
friends,
the
there is another way of downloading the Quick Start project, right? So we can download a Quick Start project from the Angular website, that the link that I have mentioned here. So we can go through this link, and in the download section we can download the Quick Start seed. So on clicking on that link, we can download a Quick Start project, right? Or we can save it in our directory, right? After that, we need to run these two commands, the npm install and the npm start, right? So npm install basically for installing all the required modules and packages for the AngularJS, right? And after that, after completion of this command, we need to run the npm start. It will compile all the TypeScript files into JavaScript, and will start the server and run our application on the browser. So okay, so let's start. Okay, so I'm going to my the directory where I have saved the downloaded project. All right, I have downloaded this project, which is named as quick start hyphen master. Now I have to start the server, right? npm start. As we can see, there is npm run build watch. It is watching each and every changes whichever we make, right? So that it is, so as we can see, it is started the server.
hello friends, and now we will have a look.
You
So
for
this is the structure. This is our main index.html, right? The .html page for the SPA single page application, the style.css for the CSS properties to make better look and feel. System.js config. This is the TS config. It is being used for the TypeScript compiler configuration. As we are aware of that, in AngularJS 2 we prefer the TypeScript programming. So the TypeScript compiler compiles the TypeScript code into the JavaScript. So this tsconfig, it is basically for the configuration of the TypeScript compiler. Now we can see the main.ts. This is the main file, or we can say it is the main entry point of our application, right? So in the app folder we have two files, one is app component and one is app module. So now let's have a look on these two files. So now we will have a look on this index.html. So as we can see in the script tag, right, this is the new way of importing a JS file which system.js provides us. So here we are including this main.js, right? So this main.js, it is the compiled version of this main.ts. So let's have a look on this. So in this main.ts, we can see that first we are importing the platform browser dynamic module from Angular, right? And the app module, because we need to mention in platform browser dynamic that which module we want to bootstrap, right? So in this bootstrap module we have to pass the instance of our application module, which is defined in the app folder with name app.module. So let's have a look on this as well. In app we can see app.module.ts. So this is our app.module file. In this file, as we can see, this is we are importing the ng module from Angular core. So for writing any module, we need to import this ng module and the browser module, because we want to import this, and the app component, right? So for each and every module we want to define a component, the app component. After that we can define more components, right, inside this app component. This is our main application component. So for to define any module, we need to define a decorator of ng module, in which it is called the decorator function, in which we pass the metadata object, as we can see here. So in this metadata object, imports tell us that we want to import the browser module for the browser specific functionalities or browser specific things if we want to include. The next one is declarations. So if we want to declare this app component in this our app module, then we have to define in this declaration. Now the bootstrap, it defines which component we want to bootstrap in our application module. So now this is our app module file, right? So now we will have the app component. The app component is in the app folder app.component, which is this app.component.ts. So it is for defining any component, we have to import the Angular core module, right, which gives us the component. So this is our component decorator function. It is also expect a metadata object, right? So basically component is the, we can say it is a standalone piece of code including the HTML templates and the JavaScript classes, right? So it is the grouping of the HTML component as well as the JavaScript class to for which is the we can say it is for achieve some functionality. So this is our app component. So here we will decide, here we are define the, actually here we are defining the selector of the component. So basically it tell us that which DOM elements this component is getting attached, right? Now the second one is template. Here we can assign an string of HTML template, or we can assign uh, a different HTML page, the path of the template as well, right? This is the class of our component. So basically it includes the two parts. Yeah, we can see this component is divided into two parts. The one is the HTML or template part, and the second one is the class, the JavaScript class. So in this app component we have defined a an property which is name, and now we are accessing this property in this template, right? So we can see the running output of this program, which is hello angular, as we can see. So there is one thing that we have to notice is the selector my app. This is the element, the name of the element or the DOM element, we can see, which should present in our index.html, as we can see here, this my app. So it is our, actually it is our custom DOM element, right? Now this is the template hello, and the name, the value of this name variable is angular, so which is being displayed here, as we can see hello angular. Now the first thing that we can see here, we can change this selector. Let's example, if we want to change as the name of this element from my app to app container, so we can change it, and we need to, if we change it, so we can see there is no output, right? We because we changed the name of the element app container, and we defined here as the my app. So now we need to change here as well, the app container. So after saving this, I'm going to save it. Now we can see the compilation process started automatically, and we will see the output on the browser, hello angular, right? Okay, so now let's so now we will do some add-ons as well. For example, I'm defining here an interface name, right? we can name as the app config, right? Or we can say it app info. So here we can define the property, public property. We can define the title, which is the string type, right? The description, which is also string type, and the ID or the application ID, which is the number, right? So here we have defined the interface of app info. Now I am going to access this here. App info, it is type of app info interface, right? Now I'm assigning the title here. For example, employee management, the description, employee management system, right? And the app ID, which is 1001. Now I have now run the now save the file. Okay, so now I'm going to display this app info into our template file, right? For example, the title, so we can define as the property app info dot title, right? The similar way we can define more the description and the app ID. Okay, now let's save the file, right? And you can see the output. It is throwing an error, the public modifier. Okay, compilation completed. Now let's see the output. So as we can see, the title is employee management, description employee management system, app ID 1001. Okay, so this is the output as we can see here, right? the title, description, and the app ID of the app info. So basically, we have discussed that in AngularJS 2, what we have first the index.html, right, in which we have defined the main file, the main entry point of our application, which is the main.ts, right. In this main.ts, we have included or we have imported the platform browser dynamic, which requires, right, a module which is our app module, which we have defined here as the app module. In this app module, we have defined the app component, right. Or in this app component, we have defined an interface, which is the app info, which defines the title, description, and app ID. So now, or in this app component, we have created an object of interface app info, right. And this attribute or this property of this app component, we have accessed in this, in our template, which is being displayed in the output, right. So what we have seen in this tutorial, that in the AngularJS 2, we have main entry point, which is main.ts, which includes which required app module, right, the app module ts. In this app module, we need a component which is called app component, or in this app component, we have defined some properties, right, the app title, description, and the app id, which is being displayed in the output. So this is the our first quick start example of AngularJS 2. I hope uh, it will help you to understand the basic initial components of the AngularJS 2. In later section, in the later tutorials, I will discuss in more details how we can create multiple components, how we can attach the multiple components in the app component, right. Okay, thank you.